crispy.
Hey YouTube, it's Tom, and we're on the road heading down to Delaware. It's about 100 miles from where I live in New Jersey, and we're going to hit up a store called Second and Charles that I've been to maybe 2 or 3 times in the past. Hoping they have some sales. Sometimes they do. And I've never really found anything super spectacular there other than my first, the Preacher #1 for $1 I found in a dollar bin. Found some other decent dollar things. But there's tons of boxes to dig through there. So that's what I'm looking forward to do. Sometimes I've been there like 2 or 3 hours just digging through boxes. So we'll see what we find. And hang on, we'll be back in a moment. Well, that was a bit exhausting. I love that store a lot, don't get me wrong. You know, and if that store was closer to where I live, I'd probably be there all the time. The problem with the store is that I think they've kind of caught up to the whole comic book collecting craze. When I first went there like 2 years ago, the dollar bins, and a lot of the books that are there, don't get me wrong, are $1 a piece. But the dollar bins were loaded with real good quality books. I put a huge, amazing Spider-Man run together. I was able to pick up some Batman books, Detective, Avengers, a lot of the stuff that I was collecting. But now the dollar bins were filled with a lot of the 90s stuff. You know, a lot of stuff that I'm not into. A lot of Superman stuff, a lot of Action Comics, you know, West Coast Avengers. I went to go look for Fool Killer for some Supergirl books for him that he needed, and there was like hardly anything in the bin. You know, the bins that are on the top are all in alphabetical order, which is great, but there wasn't really a lot to find. Most of the stuff that I got was in the bins that you saw along the floor, and I did spend like 3 hours looking. I looked through everything except the glass case that you had seen in the video, and I wound up spending $42. The most expensive book that I paid for was $5, and it was this. You saw the large wall of graphic novels, and I expected to find some really good deals on them, but I didn't. You know, they were like $2 less than cover price for the most part. Running with Comics, if you guys have subscribed to me, you're subscribed to him, and he did a haul from there where he picked up some great graphic novels at some crazy prices, but at least this particular store didn't have that. And you know, I will go back because I do enjoy the hunt of it all, but every time I go, I get a little bit more disappointed each time. So let's just show you guys what I grabbed. My third volume of Bone, these Scholastic books. So they wanted $5 for that. It was a little bit more than $2 less than cover price. This was $9.99, but I got it for $5. I got this for $1, and when this came out on in the shop, I didn't feel like buying it at the time, but at $1, I'm glad to grab that. I got some of the Adam Hughes Batgirl covers finally. I got number 3, number 4, number 5. This is not an Adam Hughes, and I actually thought it was Art Germ, the cover, because it looks a bit like his work, but it's not. Number 11, I got that for $2. And Batgirl number 2, Adam Hughes. So I have issues 1 to 5 now, I believe, from the Batgirl run. And I heard nothing but good things about that run, so I'm looking forward to checking these out. I found an issue of Bone from Image. Whoops, number 27. I'm trying to not be very shaky with the camera. This is a book that I thought was more than what it is. I just remember seeing this image a lot, and I've seen it in other YouTube videos, but I looked it up online. It's only like a $2 or $3 book. I just thought this was a significant Wolverine book. It's a number 1. It's an awesome cover. I'm still glad to have it. Picked it up for $1. Here's an Adam Hughes book that I got for 25 cents. Price is down there. And I've never seen this before. It's called Hammer of the Gods. This is book number 3. This was the only cover he did in the run. So I was glad to grab that. Anything on the back? I thought there was. This was cool to find. I've got this for $1. Alias number 22. The Jessica Jones show was fantastic. You know, in the comments, guys, let me know what you thought about the show. I've heard mixed things. A couple of my buddies didn't particularly like the show. I was very disappointed to hear that. I'm hoping more of you liked it than didn't like it. But this is the origin of Jessica Jones, part 1. Howard the Duck. I don't remember what this was because I rebagged it. But again, it couldn't have been more than $3. Because the most expensive book I got was $5. Thanos Quest, one shot. This reprints the the graphic novels from the 90s. This was $1, so I was glad to find that. This book was really hot a while ago, and this is the second appearance of Phantom X, his first cover appearance, and this was only $1, so I have his first and second appearance now. I grabbed these only because they were 75 cents each. Well, that was annoying. My phone rang. So we left off. I picked this up for 75 cents. Detective Batman 832. And 781, that was also 75 cents. And then I found some issues of Amazing Spider-Man that I didn't have, number 439, and did it again. Picked up a book without really paying attention to the condition. So this is a book I'll have to upgrade at some point, but it was only $1. And that'll be a nice placeholder, I guess. And then I got number 584. This is a book that I've been seeing a lot. I picked this up for $1 or $2. I can't recall. I had to rebag this one as well. Hulk number 13 with the Deadpool cover. And of course, anything with Deadpool on it right now is really popular. I found and I went through all of the independent books that they had, and they had a ton of indie books. And I was able to come away with this Buffy the Vampire Slayer book, J. Scott Campbell cover, number 20. And then I got this for $1, Amazing Spider-Man number 219. So I did get lucky. In the beginning of the video, not in the very beginning, but I was saying how it was hard for me to find stuff in the dollar bins. I did find some things. This was a good deal for $1. Number 219, number 224, number 242, number 247, number 286, and number 288. So that was cool. I think that I haven't read this before. Is that the Black Cat? I'm not sure. Never seen her in that outfit before. And then this was the find of the day. I did get lucky and found a Tales of Suspense number 82 for $1. It's not in the greatest of condition, but the cover's still attached. So we take a quick peek at this. It's got some issues down there, little corner fold, but anytime I can find some Silver Age stuff for $1, $5, I'll pick that up all day. So that's my haul. What I'm going to do now is just do my contest submission for AG Surfers contest, and just sit tight for a moment, and we shall be right back. Alright, so here is my contest entry submission for AG Surfers contest, and his contest focused around the number 7. He wanted us to show or tell him who our 7 favorite comic book heroes were, and he also wanted us to, mention like our 7 favorite movies, or 7 of our favorite movies. There's so many movies that I like, it's hard to pick a top 7. It was also hard for me to pick my 7 favorite heroes, because there's some that I left out that I would love to put on the list. And he also said no villains, so that eliminates Thanos and the Wrecking Crew for me, because I'm a big fan of those characters. But for comic book heroes, and let's see if I could set this. No, I can't set it down without making it too close. Let's see here. I have very shaky hands, so I was trying to find a way to make it not so shaky. But of course, Amazing Spider-Man, my favorite character ever. I'm also a very huge Batman fan. So big Batman fan, so I'll show that. And I'm also a Luke Cage fan, Power Man and Iron Fist fan, but I just like the whole street level hero genre. I'm Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Not so much Daredevil, actually. I'm not a huge Daredevil fan. I don't know why that is. Maybe just as a kid I wasn't really exposed to Daredevil that much. But I like that whole concept, though. I love the Netflix show. This is a hero that I love strictly because of his outfit. I don't know much about his origin because I haven't been able to pick up his first appearance yet. But it's Jack of Hearts. I've always loved the Jack of Hearts costume. I wish they would make an action figure of him someday, either in 3 3/4 inch scale or 6 inch or Diamond Select. If they would make a figure, any size I would do. He's never had a figure, even back in the 90s when they made figures of everybody. Wonder Woman. I'm a big Wonder Woman fan. Love Adam Hughes' work on Wonder Woman. And of course, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Red Sonja fan. So Red Sonja. And a big Spider-Woman fan as well. I've always liked her look. Hate the new costume. Absolutely despise the new look for Spider-Woman. I don't know why they felt the need to change it. There was no need to do that. This is a book I have to seriously upgrade. So that's on my to-do list for this year. Let me just move some of these figures out of the way that I put out for effect. Custom Luke Cage figure that I made out of a Devon Dudley figure. Of course, everybody loves Star Wars. This is my original VHS copy. I have the Blu-rays. I bought them a few months ago, and then a couple of weeks later they announced they were doing those steel books. So I missed out on the steel books. I'm not going to double dip on those. This is a movie that I've loved ever since I saw the trailer for it. It is Brotherhood of the Wolf. I like it so much that I got the director's cut and the Canadian 3-disc collector's edition. This is a movie that I hope someday they'll put out on Blu-ray. They haven't yet. This is another movie that I wish they would put out on Blu-ray. They have not. This is Antonio Banderas' best role as far as I'm concerned. If you've never seen this movie, I recommend you watch it immediately. It's a movie based on Michael Crichton's book, The Eaters of the Dead. It is called The 13th Warrior. It is a fantastic, fantastic movie from start to finish. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw this in the theater, and I've loved it ever since. Another movie that they got to put out on Blu-ray. The Warriors. So I've always loved this movie as well. Even as a kid, back in the early 80s, I dressed up as one of the baseball Furies from this movie for Halloween. A lot of people did, I believe. Cool movie. This is a movie that I always liked as well, The Mummy. It's a fun action flick from beginning to the start. And actually, this is not the original Mummy. It's the original Mummy that I like. I like this one's good too. I grabbed this one by accident. But the first Mummy was my first exposure to Rachel Weisz. And I'm a big Rachel Weisz fan. I think she's amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy, probably the only real modern movie on my list, or only superhero movie on the list. This is a movie that I watch every time when it's on. This is my Steelbook version. And I count this as one movie, The Lord of the Rings. I like The Lord of the Rings better than I did The Hobbit, even though I like The Hobbit a lot. But The Lord of the Rings, the special editions are just awesome. There was a good stretch of time where this movie was on like a constant loop in my house when my son was smaller, and it seemed like every Christmas time it would be on cable, and it would end on one channel and start again on another. It was just on constantly. My son had the action figures. I have a ton of the action figures carded still, and a whole bunch of other Lord of the Rings stuff. So that's it. That's my little humble entry into AG Surfer's contest. Guys, check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description bar. And thanks a lot for watching. I'm almost at 800 subscribers, which is awesome. I think I'm only like 4 or 5 away. I want to have another contest at some point. Who knows, maybe I'll get to 1,000 subscribers before I hold a contest again. But thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time to watch and comment and like and all that great stuff. Until next time, take care. Bye.